Apple is working on a new technology called wide color, and it will be the next step when it comes to displays from Apple, and the iPhone 7 will probably have that. So for example, if you look at this red square with a display that supports wide color, you would have seen a logo in the square, but you can't in this video because I don't have a display that supports wide color though. Apple first released wide color on the new iMacs and then later on the latest iPad Pro, the 9.7 inch iPad Pro, and this makes the colors a lot more vivid and really lush. So this is an excellent technology and is actually revolutionizing the displays, and Apple is once again in the front when it comes to perfect color matching and color reproducing and so on. So this is a really nice technology. And also TV manufacturers, some TV manufacturers uses almost the same technology. They call it the dynamic range technology, but it uses some of the same thing that Apple is doing with the new displays now and the display that the iPhone 7 will have. And Apple's competitors like Samsung, for example, has always tried to do the same in the beginning. Samsung was very early to try to imitate the iPhone 4S Retina display by having a pen tile screen, and that's not the same as Apple are doing with the Retina display, because that only makes the resolution higher but not sharper, and that's not the same thing. So in the beginning a lot of competitors did try to imitate Apple and making great displays, but failed miserably. And by just adding higher resolution and more pixels, just increase the display processing task and slows everything down. And that was what, for example, the Android manufacturers learned the hard way, because that means that they needed a lot more powerful processors to process all the pixels. And that's why Apple stayed at the Retina resolution in the beginning, because they needed to figure out how to make everything else faster afterwards. And this wide color technology from Apple helps a lot with the screen performance and readability in bright ambient light. So it will be a lot easier to use the iPhone outside in bright sunlight, for example, and by reading text and so on the display outside in direct sunlight. So this is why the new wide color technology is really good to have and a really revolutionizing feature. And we also have the true tone displays that we saw on the iPad Pro, the 9.7 inch iPad Pro, and of course that will probably also come on the iPhone 7. And True Tone helps with adding the right color on the display in the right environment. So if you're inside in a very red light, for example, the tone on the display gets in the same tone as the environment you are in. But having True Tone and wide color technologies built into the display on, for example, the coming iPhone 7 also need support from app developers for having the support in the apps and having better true colors and so on. It needs support from third-party developers. Apple has added some back compatibility though for iOS and so on, so apps that doesn't support this will still look better on a wide color and true tone display. But having the support in apps will make this really brilliant. So personally I think this feature, the wide color feature and the true tone display, could be a reason for upgrade really. Maybe not for me this year, but definitely next year. But I think a lot of dedicated Apple users and Apple fans will see this as a real reason to upgrade to the iPhone 7 this year, because this will make the display a lot better, trust me. This will help a lot, for example, outside in direct sunlight. It will help with indoor reading at night and so on. It will be so much better than earlier displays. So I can definitely see that this will help Apple sell more iPhones again. Okay, bye.